Wrong Turn is a 2003 horror movie directed by Rob Schmidt. After a car crash, a group of friends are left stranded in the woods of West Virginia, but they soon come to realise that they are not alone. But before we get into this inbred insanity, I just want to ask that if you end up enjoying this video, then please think about hitting that like button and subscribing to my channel. It would really help me out. So thanks. Also, there will be full spoilers ahead, but if that doesn't bother you, then grab your Pepto-Bismol flavoured popcorn and whip out your barbed wire underpants as we dive into Wrong Turn. So the movie begins with these two rock climbers rock climbing, as rock climbers are often known to do.
Come on up, Slowpoke.
Who are you calling Slowpoke? Sorry, I just can't help pointing out how much better I am at climbing than you.
Alright, don't be a dick, Richie. I need a pull.
Sorry, darling, I can't help you there. The only thing I know how to pull is a pint. But instead of helping, the lazy bugger just has himself a nice face-down lie-down. Oh, you sure pick your times for a cliff-edge nap, don't you? Hey! You're spilling strawberry juice on me! Richie! Hang on a minute. That's not strawberry juice! Ah! It's raspberry juice! Then all of a sudden he gets launched off the cliff like, look at me! I'm flying! Then the lady starts getting pulled up violently, so she cuts the rope and falls to the ground. Oh, you ain't looking too good there, Richie. Don't make fun of me, I'm dead! Sorry, I just can't help pointing out how much better at being alive I am than you. Huh? Touché. Well, at least the assailant is jolly. Still, I should probably make a run for it. So she does. But she should probably watch out for the barbed wire. Oh, God, never mind. Then we get a credit sequence and, oh, no way! Zeg from Komodo's in this? Man, that's a weird coincidence, isn't it? After the credits, we meet our protagonist, played by Desmond Harrington. What happened to him, man? He used to be the lead in horror movies like this and Ghost Ship, but the last thing I remember him in was The Dark Knight Rises as a policeman on the bridge. Arguably the highlight of his career. Anyway, I'm going to call him Mondo, and he's driving on his way to Disneyland, as most single men in their 20s tend to do. And he has a good chug of his drink thinking, this cold coffee is so good I'm going to give it a little celebration shake. Spot on. But then he notices a big old traffic jam on the road ahead and thinks, damn it, I should have expected this with it being roadblock o'clock. So he gets out and asks this fella,
do you have any idea what's going on up here?
Yeah, there's a really cute mouse sleeping in the middle of the road and no one wants to disturb it. Oh, bless it. I hope it has pleasant dreams about cheese and outsmarting cats and whatnot. Well, I better get back in my car and wait patiently. Ah, sorry, I'm going to find another route. Perhaps if I purposefully make a wrong turn, I might unintentionally end up where I need to be. Not sure that's going to work, fella. But he's not going to listen to me, is he? Because he's in bloody movie. After a short while, he stops to ask this fella for directions, but he doesn't even know how to get to the shower, let alone Disneyland. So instead, Mondo asks him, can you recommend me your dentist? I want him to fuck me up.
You can watch me, son?
After that brief distraction, he sets off down some back roads till he comes to a fork in the road. I think I'll take the inbred cannibal road. The other one seems too good to be true. Then while he's driving, he gets a bit bored and thinks, you know what, I'm just going to have a look at the floor for a bit. Watching the road while driving is for losers. See, if I'd been watching where I was going, I would have missed that awesome car crash. Thankfully, everyone is more concerned about Mondo than their car. Well, except Zeg, who shouts at him because he's a bit of a twat.
It looks like you killed my bike here.
Oh no, I'm gonna go to jail for bike slaughter! No, it was self-defense! The bike had a gun! You all saw it, right? Also, who told the redhead she's allowed to be that damn hot? Bloody outrageous! Then Eliza Dushku turns up holding some barbed wire saying she doesn't think their tyre blowout was an accident. I'm gonna call her Dush. So they all decide to go for a walk to see if they can find some help. Except Zeg and Red, who stay with the car so they can get killed first. So they can have a sneaky wee smoky. Then she says,
Drop your pants.
way ahead of you. As the others are walking along, this fella says, I just want to say that I'm glad that it was someone of similar age and fitness that crashed into our car. It would have been really shit if we had to put up with a whingy, overweight, middle-aged woman with a yappy chihuahua. Man, that's, quite specific. It is, but believe it or not, it's happened before. Twice. I'm going to call him 6 feet. Not because he's 6 foot tall, nor that he has 6 feet, because he clearly doesn't. He has 2. Just to clarify. Because he was Thingy's brother in 6 Feet Under. Then our gang stumble upon a deceased mammal on the road and Mondo says,
It's a Meg.
Really, how do you know?
Because he makes a proper good heart look. Ew! They continue their walk in disgust and 6 Feet is talking to his fiancée about the fact that nip. Double nip. Yeah, that's her name now. Double nip. Sorry, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, they see a fire burning just off the road and shout,
Hey, is anyone up there?
No, it's just me, the fire.
Hello?
Did you not hear me?
Anyone up there?
What are you, deaf? Oh, I forgot humans don't speak fire, do they? Silly me. Back to the stoners, and Zeg hears something in the bushes, so he goes to get murdered. Red soon notices that he's missing and goes looking for him, finding a single shoe in the woods. Why would you take off one shoe, you madman? Then she looks behind some bushes, only to find... Then she gets attacked from behind by someone seemingly trying to brush her teeth with razor wire. I tried it myself, and I do not recommend it. Ow. The others come across a dead end in the form of a big cliff edge, and Mondo shouts, "Hello! Hiya! There's been an accident! Can you help us?" "Not really, I'm fucking miles away, mate!" But fear not, as the gang soon find a secluded cabin, from which they can surely call for help, right? No, don't be silly, but they're happy to see it anyway.
Can I get a...
No, there will be no ooh. But you just did. Damn it! Fooled again! And oh no, look at that car, man. I really hope this cabin doesn't belong to 1920s gangsters. But Mondo points out that they'd be well over 100 years old by now, so he decides to go inside anyway, despite 6 feet's warning.
I need to remind you of a little movie called Deliverance.
And also, babe, since when did you have an arm growing out of your back? So they all go inside for a goosey, and hoo-hoo boy, somebody's not very good at cooking.
You okay?
It's just a paddle.
That's a paddling.
Meanwhile, Dush finds this nice music box, which seems somewhat out of place in this hovel. I bought a cursed music box from a junk sale a while back. Never opened it though. And why not? Because it's cursed! Obviously! But how do you know it's cursed if you've never opened it? I am tempted. Oh no, I can't do it! Soup's ready. Who's hungry? Not me. Who knows what kind of meat that is? It's mink. How do you know? Because there's a dead mink sticking out of it, look. Ew! But then Double Nip has a look in the bathroom and finds a human hand sticking out of the least inviting bathtub I've ever seen. Oh my god! Are you okay in there? So everyone agrees they need to get the hell out of there ASAP. But as they're about to leave, the owners show up. Unfortunately, there's nowhere for them to run as the back door is locked. So they do the only thing they can. They hide. Ah, bugger, we're down to our last roll of razor wire, chaps. I'll have to order more from the internet razor wire shop. Ew! What's that smell? Smells like boiled raccoon. Oh, Simon, did you put raccoon in the soup again? Actually, it's a mink. Who said that? Then they drop the dead body of Red in front of Mondo and Dush, and her blood starts moving towards him. That blood better not touch me. Ooh, it is! Who said that? From the cupboard we see a CG eye through a keyhole as Double Nip watches the villains chop up Red. The gang then wait for ages for the baddies to fall asleep so they can sneak out of the house and make a run for it. But on their way out, the spring on the door says, "Hey, you shouldn't be here! Fellas, wake up! There's a..." But it's too late. The baddies have noticed, so they leg it out of the house, up the hill and into the forest. Soon they come across some sort of car graveyard. Except there's no graves and the cars aren't dead because they never were alive, but you know what I mean. Unfortunately, the dickheads show up though, so everyone tries to keep low and quiet. "Hey, wankers, if you come out now, I'll promise not to hurt you."
What? I didn't agree to that. I want to eat him.
"I'm lying to him to get him to come out, you idiot."
Alright, that's good thinking, Stephen.
Owlette ain't falling for it though, and Mondo decides to act as a distraction while the others get away. Well, that's what you get for shouting before you started running, you bell end. Then 6 Feet shows him how to do it properly and doesn't start shouting until he's already picked up momentum. So the others pick up the wounded Mondo and commandeer the baddie's truck. But when Dush opens the door, a dead Zeg falls out. So they take off in the truck and see 6 Feet running through the woods, wishing he had 6 feet so he could go a bit faster. But all of a sudden he stops running. What the hell have you stopped for? Oh, have you got cramp again? He always gets cramp, he does. But then we see, oh no, he's been Boromired in the back. Poor bugger. I'm always a bit sad when he gets killed because I liked his character. But there's nothing they can do, so the others leave, with Double Nip being understandably distraught. And to make matters worse, the road is blocked by a fallen tree. So they try and back up, but then the truck gets stuck in the bloody mud. So they're forced to leave the truck and go back into the woods on foot. Only for Mondo to trigger a bear trap with his walking stick. Bloody hell, I'm glad I didn't stand in that. I would have been maimed. And I've already got one gammy leg, so I don't need another. After some more walking, they come across an old watchtower in the woods, which is so high up I'm getting vertigo just looking at the damn thing. Obviously, they decide to climb it in hopes there's a radio or something at the top. But I tell you, you couldn't get me to climb that even if you said Sydney Sweeney was at the top waiting with a bottle of baby oil. On second thought, I think I'd brave it if that was the case. By the time they reach the top, the sun starts going down and Mondo rolls up his pant leg and says, "Shit, just as I thought. I've been shot." He's right! He has!
Has he?
Double Nip cracks some glow sticks and then hallelujah, she finds a radio. Now they can finally call for help. But those damn dickheads have seen the light at the top of the tower and are heading their way. Thankfully someone gets their message, but they don't know the location to tell them. The tower will be on fire in a minute or two. Tell him to look for that. They manage to block the entrance to keep him out, but then things get worryingly quiet. I believe they're starting a barbecue, and we're the sausages. So they decide to jump down to the trees below. Mondo and Double Nip make it no problem. But when it's Dush's turn to jump, she launches herself into the trees backwards like a spring-heeled spaz. After a rough landing, she ends up alright though. So they make their way through the trees while the dickheads shoot arrows at them. It's a fantastic sequence, made all the better by the fact that there isn't any music, so every arrow is quite a shock. Oh, what a shock! Oh goodness, it got me again! Unfortunately for Double Nip, she doesn't hear one of the dickheads sneaking up behind her, and we get a kill so good that it could only be improved by some basement jacks. The others are well annoyed that they killed their friend, so they set a trap to knock the bastard out of the trees. Mondo holds back a big thwacking branch, which is the ideal type of branch for thwacking, while Dush lures in the bugger as bait.
I'm right here! Come and get me!
Nah, I'm just kidding. Would have been funny as fuck though. The plan works, and the bastard gets thwacked off.
Giggity.
If I was them, I would have thrown in a tree pun like, looks like someone fell out of the ugly tree, but not as shit as that. This buys them some time to flee, and they take refuge behind a waterfall to evade them. So they manage to get some rest for a bit, but then oh no! The baddies have found them! Except they haven't. It was only a dream. Jesus, thanks for this startling wake-up, Dush. I almost cacked pant! So they continue to look for a way out and soon come across a road.
We gotta get down there.
Oh, I've got this covered. Check this shit out. But as he's doing this, Dush gets snatched by the baddies. Oh, what rotten timing. Then Mondo sees a police car come in. Oh, what good timing. So he arses his way down to the road and says,
Are you crazy?
Red and Zeg dead! 6 feet Boromir! Double Nip headless! Dush kidnapped! What in the name of Jesus, cybernetic Christ are you talking about? And what's that behind you? It looks like a projectile of some sort heading our way at incredible speed. Oh, it's an arrow. Well, best of luck to you, crazy fella. I'm gonna have a lie down as I'm feeling rather tired all of a sudden. Then Mondo has a good idea and grabs the bottom of the car in hopes that the baddies will take it to where they've taken Dush. I just hope for his sake that there isn't any speed bumps along the way. Fortunately, he makes it to the cabin with his back still intact. Inside they've got Dush tied up and gagged, which is very rude. I mean, what's the point in having her for dinner if she's tied up?
I think they're having her for dinner, literally.
That's disgusting.
Then all of a sudden the window sets on fire. Oh, bloody hell, Teddy, I told you not to buy them cheap windows. They spontaneously combust far too easily.
But the lady at B&Q said it was inflammable.
Inflammable means flammable? What a country!
But then their truck comes crashing through the wall and runs over one of the dickheads. Before Mondo hops out like, Molotov, motherfucker! Then he stabs the big fella with a metal stabber. He tries to free Dush, but it'll take more than a mere stabbing to kill this big bastard. Mondo has a scuffle with him, but he's way too strong and is about to kill him. But then bam! He gets an arrow to the nape, courtesy of Dush. So he goes back to helping her, but he's interrupted yet again by the other one who didn't die when he fell out of the tree after all. But he's no match for our two heroes as they work together and take him down with a chain axe combo. And then if you can believe it, all 3 of the shits are still alive!
Why won't you die?
Our dynamic duo back away till they're outside, and Mondo says he's only got 1 shot left. So he aims at the gas tanks at the back of the truck and boom! The whole place goes kablamo. Think I probably would have taken cover before doing that. So now the baddies are extra crispy, our heroes take their truck and get the hell out of there once and for all. But they make sure to stop off at Mr. Handsome's place first, so Mondo can grab the map off the wall.
That'll cost you $3.50, but I'll take a check. Or PayPal. Oh wait, that isn't even a thing yet, is it?
End of movie. Or is it? As we get a little tease that one of the buggers survived the explosion because he's really hard to kill. Okay, now it's the end. Well, what can I say about the original Wrong Turn? It's no surprise that this movie ended up getting 5 sequels and a reboot because it's absolutely marvellous. I think Wrong Turn is one of the best horror movies out of the early noughties. It's got likeable characters, brilliant action and suspense, and it certainly doesn't shy away from the gore either. It packs a lot into its short runtime too. And you know what? I really don't have anything negative to say about it. So, Wrong Turn, what did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you loathe it? Let me know in the comments below while I... The hell is that noise? Oh, I think it's the music box. Why were you making a noise while you're closed? I'm gonna open it.
No, don't! Who knows what manner of evil may be lurking within?
No, I'm gonna open it.